everyone, my name is Jackie. I host the blog The Hardcover Obsession, and I'm also the head blogger of razorbill.ca. Natalie from Browsing Bookshelves has asked me to do a guest post for her Reader Recommends postings that she'll be doing. So I'm here to recommend some books for you. My book I've chosen for the first one is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. It's actually a series of 4, and the 4th one will be published by Simon & Schuster sometime in October, I believe. It's called Finale. I'm really super excited to tell you about it. It's a great series for young adults. It also was one of my first books that I ever reviewed for my blog, so let me tell you about it. Here is my copy of it, Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. Basically, I picked it up at Chapters. No one actually recommended it to me. It was one of my first books I was going to try out. The cover really drew me into it. I love beautiful covers, and this is just one of those covers where it's artistically done very well. It has black and white, and then it has red throughout it. Some of the feathers are red. Hopefully you can see some of them. Some of the lettering is red. And also, it's really intriguing. It's a guy falling from the sky with wings, so it's just one of those books where you really need to know what it's about. It really calls to you, I guess. I really love covers, so I love cover art. I love covers that are beautiful, and this is just one of those covers that really drew me in. Also, when you look at the back, it's just a short synopsis, so you really don't get a lot about the book. It really draws you in, though, so you really just kind of have to pick it up and read it. Also, what are my favorite things about the book? There are 3 main things that I adore about this series, actually. One of them being the genre. Angels is really new to me. I haven't really read a lot of angel-orientated books before Hush Hush, so it really drew me in. I really wanted to know more about the genre, and it was awesome. I just wasn't expecting it to be so addicting as it was. I basically read it in one night, and I stayed up until like 4 a.m. finishing it. It was outrageous. But that really plays a part for what drew me into the book. Also, the storyline is also one of the things that really drew me in. I wasn't expecting it to be so fast-paced, and the action was there. It was subtle, but still it was there. And the characters also. I love character development, and this book really pushed character development to a whole nother level. Nora, her friend V, and Nora's mom even, and the main guy in it, Patch, also really drew me in. He's just your average bad boy who also happens to be a fallen angel. So, you know, it's great like that. He really is a great character. He's really irritating sometimes too, so Nora and him don't get along at all. Nora's this shy, intelligent, really goal-driven individual who isn't really a free spirit and doesn't do things out of the blue, and Patch is everything. She just it just irritates her so much. And their connection and their relationship throughout the entire series is amazing, and you get those witty, sarcastic comments and things like that, and it's just really neat to see how Becca Fitzpatrick writes about it. So basically those 3 things are really something you should look forward to in this series. It's all wonderful, like the characters, I just love them. So that would probably be the main thing for me. Another question Natalie asks is, why would I recommend this book? Obviously you can tell I just love the series. Even the first book was highly addicting. So I would actually suggest the entire series if you gave it a good shot. I believe readers would be really satisfied, although frustrated at times with the story. It's still great, though. It has those frustrating parts that any story has, where it's slow or it's just fillerish or the characters aren't doing what you want them to do, but basically in the end you'll be highly satisfied with the storyline. It speaks volumes about high school as well. So I think it's one of those books that a lot of teenagers should read. It talks about high school problems, high school social structures even, hard choices, family issues. A lot with Nora goes on. Her mom and her are really close, and then something pulls them apart. Her dad actually passed away, so she's also dealing with that, but at least she has V, her best friend, there. So it really shows teenagers that you don't always need a group of friends, basically. You can just have one best friend and she's always going to be there for you, like V is throughout the entire series. So I really would recommend this book for a lot of teenagers. And the last question is, what kind of readers would I recommend this to? Well, anyone who is a fan of the young adult genre will really, really get a kick out of this book. The characters are truly those young adult characters that you always want to read about. The romance is really great. There are some very explicit content, I guess you can say. It does speak of sex a lot, relationships a lot. There is violence in it, so anyone over the age of 15 or 16 could probably definitely enjoy this book. I'm 23 and I adore this book. Like, I just love it. I would recommend it to anyone who is interested in a really great supernatural young adult read. It's fabulous. So let me just show you the rest of the series so you guys can get kind of like a feel of the covers, because the covers in the series are all amazing, and then you can see why I love it so much. The second book is Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. This one is one of those average second book series kind of things. It's a filler, basically. It has a lot of frustrating parts that I was speaking of. It really irritated me, but I still really loved it, and I just love the cover as well. You can tell some dramatic stuff is going to go down in this book, and I just love the one like red feather right there. It's just great. I love the covers. And then the third one, sorry, not the final one, is Silence, and this one, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, even though I was actually under the impression this was the last book in the series, but there is a fourth one, so I'm excited about that. The cover is great. It speaks volumes, actually, again, about Nora and Patch's relationship, how it's going to get really climactic and everything's going to come together very well, and Nora's going to find a lot about her dad and stuff like that, so it's really, really great. Becca Fitzpatrick is a wonderful author. She just puts so much into her work, and I actually got to meet her, so it's one of those stories where you can really feel that the author cares about her characters, and she's writing so much and so well into such short books, so it's really action-packed, fast-paced, all of that. It's such a great series. I definitely would recommend it for any young adult lover like we are, and yeah, that is my reader recommends. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will now pick up a copy of Hush Hush if you haven't already, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Okay.